Mythical Mornings, Tom and Adam with you for Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
We always do.
Always get down on a Friday.
Feeling very down this Friday. Come on, Tom.
Who's feeling down? What's they feel down about? The wrestling news is here. Champ is here. Next week we break up for the Crimbles.
Yes!
Oh!
Seeing Mum and Dad.
I
Happy
am
about
gonna eat all the eggnogs.
Yes, aren't we all?
News. The plans for the Royal Rumble have potentially been revealed. Cody Rhodes has responded to accusations of poor crowd turnout. And which WWE superstar appears to be getting a new manager? Find out soon. So once TLC is out of the way, see you later, next stop is the Royal Rumble.
Can't wait. My favourite pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
Better than WrestleMania.
Do you know
Fight me.
I miss from, I won't fight you because I agree. I miss from the Royal Rumble of days old is Vince McMahon announcing every member of the Rumble at the start of the show. Sergeant Slaughter! The Ultimate Warrior! Bushwhacker Luke! Bushwhacker Bush!
Big fan.
I want him to do that again.
Forget the surprises. Everything.
No.
Alistair Black!
That'd be good. Cody Rhodes! What, mate? Yeah, Royal Rumble season is upon us, and some big changes to the Rumble this year could make it very interesting, Adam Pacitti.
Correct. Reports are circulating via SE Scoops this one that NXT, who previously haven't really been involved in Rumble matches, with the exception of the odd like Adam Cole's popped up, for example. However, the current plan is reportedly that we're going to get 10 from SmackDown, 10 from Raw, and 10 from AEW. No, 10 from NXT, which I really, really like, especially considering we've got no NXT TakeOver Royal Rumble weekend. We've got the Worlds Collide tournament instead. So, big exposure for those guys. And there's a bit more here because WrestleVotes, the ever-reliable WrestleVotes, are also reporting. Heard from a well-placed source, as of now, NXT will have a role at WrestleMania. Not talking about TakeOver, there is a TakeOver in Tampa on the 4th, but on the actual Mania card. So this makes a lot of sense. Put them there. Maybe an NXT guy's going to win. Maybe, I doubt it, but maybe. I'd love to see them have more of a presence at WrestleMania, for sure. If they're going to be the third brand, the equal brand, it makes sense for that to happen.
Well, they tested the water by having the NXT title defended at Survivor Series.
Yes.
And they got a lovely reaction. Strong match between Pete Dunne and Adam Cole. I'd have no issue with them doing that again. And also, it does answer the question of, like, if an NXT guy wins the Rumble, what do they do then? Because obviously previously you've had to choose either the Raw or SmackDown iteration of the heavyweight title to challenge for. So like the NXT guys thinking, oh, will they get a call up then? But if the NXT title could be in the mix as well, I think that's a nice shout, because then that does offer the suggestion of maybe an NXT guy will win it.
Yeah.
If the NXT Championship will be defended at WrestleMania, who's to say that
That's
flipping Keith Lee?
Do it.
Don't you think, right?
You cheekies go.
That
he's a cheeky one.
that an NXT UK guy may be involved as well.
Maybe.
Because Worlds Collide is happening the day before, and that involves NXT and NXT UK. I think it'd be a nice way to bolster the UK brand a little bit.
Yeah, maybe undo some of the damage that they did to Volta. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? We're seeing NXT UK guys pop up on NXT as well, aren't we, this week?
Yeah, well, Travis Banks pops up he faced Jackson Riker yesterday, or Wednesday even. It was a weird one, because like Riker was very dominant, and then Travis Banks hit his finisher, and then that was it. And I was like, oh. And then as soon as Travis Banks was heading up the ramp, Jackson Riker went whoop, back to her feet. I'm fine now. Didn't hurt nothing. So,
wow, very short.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the NXT. I love the NXT UK brand. They made a massive announcement for Takeover Blackpool on NXT UK last night. The spoiler hat's over there. I don't want to ruin it, so I won't say it. But it's good. So there's lots of potentially good things happening for NXT UK. Get them in the mix at Worlds Collide. Get a couple of NXT UK lads in the Rumble. I'm a happy boy.
You got to choose 3 from NXT UK. Who you putting in?
Right, Amir Jordan.
Yeah, I love Amir.
He watches and he's my mate.
Does he watch? Hello.
Sometimes. He does when I'm on. Amir Jordan.
So every video.
Every video. Why is he jacking any in anymore? I like to see Amir Jordan in it. I think he could have some fun with the Rumble format. I like the idea of Rich Holland being in it at the moment. Love the work of the former Luke Menzies coming in and doing a bit of dominatory. And you know what? Piper Niven in the women's one.
Nice.
Piper Niven in the women's one. How about you? Who are you picking? Who you got on why?
I'm going to take former WCPW superstar Ligero.
Yeah.
Former WCPW champion Joseph Connors, and former WCPW general manager Adam Pacitti.
Oh!
Who is signed to NXT UK.
You've got Rumble experience as well.
I have. I've trounced them all. 2 Rumbles, 2 wins. That's the way I remember it.
So who won the Wednesday Night War? Everybody and nobody.
The fans. Oh, what a great time to be a wrestling fan.
That's what I said.
Look, I'm everyone on Twitter. So that's right. Everybody won this week.
Yeah.
It's a tie. 778,000 viewers watching both shows.
That's
crazy,
ridiculous.
isn't that fun? Well done, everybody. Everybody wins.
You couldn't call that like that exact number on both. Obviously,
no.
obviously it's not an exact science because it's Nielsen boxes and all that malarkey. But still, like I especially going into next week, which I think is the most important week since the first one, which is the last live show both companies will put out until 2020. So and you can tell they are stacking both shows to be like the dominant one. So I love the fact that it is level pegging.
Yeah.
Going into there's no real advantage unless you really break the figures down, which I think
we're going to do. Right. So no, we're just talking a little bit about the demos. So AEW have outperformed NXT in every demo except the over 50 demo. NXT continuing to shine there. However, the money demos, AEW is winning. They're the ones that they want to win, create that new generation of wrestling fan. So AEW are certainly performing there. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a
2 good shows. 2 good shows this week.
2 solid. I've seen 3/4 of AEW. Slap on the wrist for me. I know it's my job to watch wrestling. It's my job. But I've seen all of NXT. I thought NXT was a good show this week. It wasn't the best they've ever done. It was bookended by a phenomenal cruiserweight title match and a great number one contenders match. There was some stuff in the middle that was just okay.
I watched the cruiserweight match. Whew.
I know, good on it.
Spectacular.
Good on it.
Really fantastic. I bloody love Angel Garza now. I didn't. It's not that I didn't get him before, but I just hadn't seen enough of him basically. And that last night, hello.
I was going to ask you whether you think it was too soon for Garza to become the champion boy.
I think it's.
Because a few people
I think
said
it's too soon. I think that Leo maybe could have done with a bit longer. I'm not going to say it's too soon for Angel, but maybe Leo could have done with holding it up to Worlds Collide or something like that. But you know what? It's a big, interesting thing on the weekly show, and I like that too.
Yeah, I'm down with that as well. I like that. And AEW was very good this week as well. We saw they've got loads of good stuff in the pipeline. I think they've already started stacking out their first show of the year, where MJF says he's going to lay out the stipulations for a match with Cody. It's like he says, look, if you
it's going to be a ludicrous thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to.
Like you have to pay me $5 billion. Dollars.
Oh, do you know what I think? Right, away from the dollars bit. Right, I don't think Cody and MJF should lay a hand on each other until this time next year.
This time next year?
I want a year. I want like.
We're too stupid for that, Tom. With the MTV generation, it's not going to happen. I like it. I like
Cody
it, but we
to be like chomping at the bit, frothing at the mouth to get his hands on MJF and eventually find themselves in a situation where it happens. Like you could, if you really, really wanted to, you could spend a year building that. I would, and you could still do the rest of the show. That could just be something that sort of goes a bit quiet, builds back up again, goes a bit quiet.
Oh, it's so intense though. I don't want it to peter. I don't want it to go quiet. There's still a fair few months before their newly announced pay-per-view, so I think there's time to build. I just don't think with modern audiences you can get away with that anymore, which is a shame. But we're thick.
You said wrestling audiences are thick.
Yeah, 2 seats.
Oh, how about no seats? They're pretty thin at the moment.
Oh, what's he done there? Double whammy.
Look at that. That is the invisible wall end from a taping of AEW Dynamite TE.
Yeah, so
Bumping down this area.
Great song. We've seen various pictures be circulated of recent AEW Dynamite events, and they haven't been full. They haven't been full. They haven't been poorly attended, but they haven't been full. So people have been quite vocal about that. Yesterday, AEW, from the official account, tweeted, "Incredible night, thanks for watching Dynamite. Let us know your GIF reaction to tonight's episode." And somebody responding with, "Not a GIF, it's just a still, that's a JPEG, honey," of that picture that you're seeing right there. Joe McCoy responded, "Empty arenas are always a problem. Sad." To which Cody stood up. He stood up for himself, saying, "We had over 4,500 folks at 80% utilization, well above market, vibrant crowd throughout. We will definitely be back," he says. So 4,500 folks is nothing to be sniffed at all. Like SmackDown occasionally doesn't draw that number. It's a similar number to a lot of WWE weeklies that they're doing there. And as he said, well above market. So I imagine like they don't expect to be filling these venues. Like they go into it expecting to have certain areas tarped off because they know they're not going to be selling out 10, 15,000 every week. So 4,500 isn't bad. I think the reason people give WWE a hard time about this is because they used to be selling out arenas and not tarping anywhere out, but now it's just become the norm that lots of areas are tarped off.
Yeah, and I think with AEW when they were so vocal about I think there was the promo that Cody did where he referenced the hard camera side and they panned to it and it was just packed, and then suddenly now it's not the case. It's one of those things where does this feel like maybe the bloom is off the rose?
Well, I think I don't want it to seem like we're giving AEW a pass on this, and then we talk down WWE when their attendance is poor. I don't think that's what we're doing here. But yeah, it's fair to say that. Yeah, I mean, hype isn't going to stay around forever. No, AEW, and especially when it's still a new brand, but it's also it's not got all of the hype behind it when it first launched. Of course, it doesn't. No. That has to be expected. 4,500, it's still not bad for a new company. Rather than an established WWE, for sure. To get that many people to your gig on a Wednesday night midweek, it's still a strong number. Those are Travis numbers. Yeah, and they sang Turn. Bobby Lashley, but not Bobby Lashley. Baron Corbin could be getting himself a new friend. That's right. What? Bobby Lashley, but not Bobby Lashley. Gotta keep it you cheer me up. Right, so yeah, Reigns got tripped up by somebody who was hiding under the ring on SmackDown. We all saw that. Wrestling Observer reporting that this could turn out to be spoilers. I ain't got me spoiler. It's fine. It's on. Drake Maverick. There he is behind us. The plan has apparently been. The plan apparently is rather to make Maverick the manager of Corbin, top heel pairing. I like this because don't get me wrong. I don't think Baron Corbin's a bad talker at all. He's a bit monotone, maybe, and that's pot kettle black. But he's a bit. You're not monotone. Nasal. I'm very nasal. I'm like a pneumatic drill in the morning. Good morning, everyone. But his promos, I think they can be a little bit samey. I think he's got loads of heat. But Drake Maverick is a tremendous talker, and I love that. He's the perfect chicken S manager, isn't he? Oh, he really is, especially to get a big boy Corbin, and Corbin just launches him at Reigns, because I think that rivalry might even continue a little bit further on after TLC. I hope it doesn't, but it might, maybe. Oh, that's a sad thought, because I'm pretty sure I picked Roman Reigns to win at TLC. No, that could happen as well. Nice, big, feel-good ending to the year. That could happen as well. Who knows? But now all this has come out regarding that, and potentially Drake Maverick becoming his manager does have that extra wrinkle that could keep it ticking over. Yeah, we could see the reveal on Sunday night, in fact. Maybe. I think it's nice to see Drake Maverick potentially in a position like this that's so strong. Drake Maverick deserves it. Since he debuted, he has just been the company guy. Just takes everything in his stride. The man wet himself on television at least once and just took it in his stride. Yeah, fair play. It was because Vince went, "That's not very funny." We assume it's Vince. It might have been Triple H. No, I've got an idea. Vince, okay, we're going to assume it was Vince. You see your pants. Everything he's done, he was getting spanked by Elias on SmackDown. And is he still the general manager of 205 Live? Technically, he is, isn't he? Yeah. I hate that. Can that get someone else? Get Johnny Saint to do both. He's a hell of a talker. He had more credibility when I watched him at Purdyswell Leisure Centre in Worcester in 2007, coming out singing "Poison" by Alice Cooper. He does. We love you, Spud. I love Rockstar. Oh God, what a boy! Interviewed him years ago. Oh, he was my first ever interview. Ace. First ever interview. Lovely bloke, so warm, very giving. It gave me lots and lots of time. Great guy. And also another great West Midlander in the WWE. Yes, and another former WCPW superstar. He popped up in the same Rumble. He was in the Rumble. He powerbombed me with Drew and you basically wrestled him. Yes. Yeah, I've had a match with Rey Mysterio. We were never in the ring at the same time, but we were in the same match. So Suck on that.
Do you know what I love is we've very much bookended this news by talking about Adam Pacitti, Royal Rumble Master.
Like, give them what they want.
Get Pacitti in. Hashtag get Pacitti in the Rumble. We're done with the key thing. Hashtag get Pacitti in the Rumble. Come on.
Hungry. WrestleMania main event. First British World Heavyweight Champion.
Do it. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.